She rejected him, but fate made her his bride. Chapter 1. I always believed I would choose the man I loved. I dreamed about romance, about a gentle smile and kind words. But life decided something else for me. One evening, my parents called me into the living room. Their faces were bright with joy. I sat down nervously, because joy on their faces usually meant trouble for me. Elena, my father said proudly, we have good news. You're engaged. I froze. Engaged? To whom? To Leonardo Cruz, my mother replied. Her voice was soft, but her eyes shone with victory. The name itself carried weight. Everyone knew Leonardo Cruz, powerful, rich, and cold. A man people respected and feared. I laughed, though nothing was funny. You can't be serious. My father's smile stayed. It is already decided. He's a good man, a strong man. He will protect you. Protect me or control me? I opened my mouth to argue, but before I could, the doorbell rang, and there he was. Tall, dark suit, sharp jaw, eyes that looked straight through me. Leonardo Cruz. He greeted my parents with respect. Then his eyes met mine. For a second, I felt my breath stop. His gaze was steady, powerful, almost challenging. Elena, he said simply. His voice was deep, calm, but it carried command. I stood frozen. Leonardo. Our parents smiled as if this was the beginning of a love story. But all I felt was fire, ready to burn. Chapter 2. The following week, my life changed completely. Suddenly, every conversation in my house was about the wedding. Dresses, flowers, guest lists. Everyone was excited, except me. But what made it worse was him, Leonardo Cruz. He started visiting our home often, too often. Always dressed in dark suits, always so calm and serious. My father treated him like a king. My mother fussed over tea and sweets. And me, I sat across from him, trying not to throw the teapot at his perfect face. That evening, he asked to speak with me alone. My parents were delighted, as if romance was about to bloom. If only they knew. We went to the garden. The night air was cool, the moon bright above us. I crossed my arms, waiting. Leo looked down at me, his eyes sharp, his presence heavy. We should set some rules, he said. I raised an eyebrow. Rules? For what? I'm not a child. He stepped closer, and my breath hitched. He didn't touch me, but he didn't need to. His closeness itself was overwhelming. This marriage, he said slowly, will happen, whether you like it or not. But I don't like chaos. So we need order. My order. My heart raced, but I forced my chin up. Your order? Sorry, but last time I checked, marriage is two people, not one boss and one servant. For a second, his lips twitched, almost a smile. You're fiery, he murmured, but fire can be dangerous if not controlled. I glared at him. Then be careful not to get burned. He studied me, silent, his gaze heavy. I should have looked away, but I didn't. And that was when I noticed how close he was. So close that I could see the faint shadow of stubble on his jaw, could feel the heat of his body. I took a step back, quickly, breaking the spell. If you think I will follow your every rule, you're wrong. Leo tilted his head. We will see. His voice was calm, but there was a challenge in it, like he already knew I would bend. But he didn't know me, and I was going to prove it. The next days were battles. At the engagement dinner, he insisted I sit by his side. I said I preferred sitting near my cousins. He simply pulled the chair out beside him and waited until I sat, his dark eyes daring me to defy him in front of everyone. When guests asked us questions, he answered first, always confident, always steady, while I sat stiff, pretending I was not aware of his hand resting too close to mine on the table. Later, when we said goodbye, he leaned close to whisper in my ear, his voice deep and low. You look beautiful when you're angry. My cheeks burned, my stomach twisted, but I forced a sharp smile. Then you must think I'm stunning all the time. His quiet laugh followed me the whole night. And the worst part, I didn't hate the sound. Chapter 3. It was a week before the wedding when Leo invited me to his family's house. You should see where you will live, he said casually, as if I had no choice. His home was like him, strong, dark, and intimidating. Tall walls, heavy doors, silence that carried weight. He walked beside me, calm and sure, while I tried to hide my nerves. We entered the library, a room full of shelves and old books. He closed the door, and suddenly it was only us, surrounded by silence. I turned to him. So, do you bring all your fiancés here? Or am I special? His lips curved, not quite a smile. You're very special, Elena. Annoying, but special. I folded my arms. You don't scare me. Good, he said, stepping closer. Then nothing stops me from doing this. My back hit the shelf. His hand pressed against the wood beside my head. He leaned down, so close that I could feel his breath on my lips. My heart pounded wildly. Tell me, Elena, he whispered, his voice husky. Do you hate me as much as you say? I swallowed hard. Yes, my voice trembled. His eyes darkened. Liar. His face inched closer. So close, I thought he would kiss me. My body tensed, waiting, both afraid and curious. Then at the last second, he pulled back, leaving me breathless. You're not ready, he said softly, almost teasing. I blinked at him, confused, angry, and something else I couldn't name. Don't play with me, I whispered. His gaze locked on mine. I never play. When I want something, I take it. Remember that. And with that, he walked away, leaving me against the shelf, my knees weak, my lips burning from a kiss that never happened. Chapter 4. The days before the wedding passed like a storm. I told myself I hated him, that I would never accept his control. But every time he came near, my body betrayed me. Heart racing, breath short, mind full of dangerous thoughts. He was always watching me, in the crowd, across the table, in every quiet corner. His eyes followed me, steady, claiming. One night, after another family dinner, I walked out to the balcony for air. The night was warm, the stars sharp above. Then I heard footsteps. Of course it was him. You should not stand here alone, Leo said. I can stand wherever I want, I replied, not turning. He stepped closer, so close I felt the heat of him against my back. Stubborn, he murmured. I turned then and made the mistake of meeting his eyes. The world seemed to stop. His hand lifted, slowly, brushing a strand of hair away from my face. His touch was gentle, but his eyes were fierce. Elena, he said low, you drive me insane. Before I could reply, his mouth was on mine. The kiss was not soft. It was fire, hot, demanding, claiming. My heart exploded. My hands pressed against his chest, but I didn't push him away. For a moment, I forgot everything, my anger, my fears, the rules. There was only him, his lips, his strength, the fire between us. Then I pulled back, breathless, my cheeks burning. You can't just do that. His thumb crushed my lips, his eyes dark with hunger. I told you, when I want something, I take it. I shook my head, trying to calm my racing heart. You don't own me. His lips curved, dangerous and soft at once. Not yet. Chapter 5. The wedding day came faster than I expected. I walked down the aisle in a dress of white silk, my heart trembling. The hall was full of people, lights, music. But all I saw was him, Leonardo Cruz, waiting for me. Our eyes met, and in that moment, something shifted. I no longer saw only the cold, controlling man. I saw the man who had touched me like I was fire, who kissed me like I was his breath. When I reached him, he took my hand. His grip was strong, steady, burning into my skin. The ceremony passed in a blur. Words, vows, rings. And then his lips on mine again, in front of everyone. This time, softer, but no less powerful. The applause rose around us, but I barely heard it. Later, when we were finally alone, I turned to him. This doesn't mean I'm yours. His hand cupped my face, his eyes locking mine. No, Elena, he said, voice deep. This means you're mine, and I'm yours. For the first time, I didn't fight. For the first time, I let the fire consume me. Choose the correct meaning. Leonardo often had the upper hand in arguments with Elena. What does it mean? He lost control. He was stronger and had the advantage. He avoided fights. The correct answer is he was stronger and had the advantage. When Elena stood up to Leonardo, it really took him by surprise. What does it mean? He felt happy. He expected it. He didn't expect it at all. It means it took him by surprise. The wedding day was real turning point in the story. What does it mean? A confusing time? A big change in direction? A boring day? A big change in direction.